Hi everyone, my name is Iman and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am very sorry about last week. I couldn't make a video because my camera wouldn't cooperate. It was in a bad mood. But anyway, we put our differences aside and here we are again. Another Saturday and a new video. I am so excited to be back. I was really upset at the beginning that the camera wouldn't cooperate with me, but then again I had to move on. The issue has been resolved and here I am making a new video. And a lot of things in life, no matter how much you get frustrated from or how much you put thought into it on how to resolve it, it just doesn't happen. For example, traffic. I've mentioned before in my first video that I live in Qatar. The thing about traffic in Qatar is that it's very unpredictable, and even though you leave at the same time in every day, it doesn't mean that you will reach office at the same time or the traffic will be the same. It's never the same. 2 days are just never the same. Why I'm mentioning traffic, because I want to tell you a little story before I start today's video. I leave home at 5:30 a.m. because of the traffic. My office starts at 7:30. Work starts at 7:30. And I live about 32 kilometers away. My house is that far. And with the traffic, leaving at 5:30 is the most appropriate time. Leaving at 6 a.m. doesn't guarantee me reaching office before 7:30, so it's a bit frustrating. Um, Even though I leave so early, there's just this one intersection near my house. It's always jammed. I stay there waiting for my turn to leave the intersection. I think once I stayed there for 30 minutes, but the average time of me waiting there is about 11 or 12 minutes. And on one particular day, I was extremely upset and very frustrated, thinking, how long does this take? Why do I have to deal with this every day? And for some reason, I remember a picture that I've seen before on Instagram. Little kids in Jakarta that crosses a bridge called the Bridge of Death or something. It's actually a bridge made of ropes and wood, and one of the ropes has snapped, and there's only one side of the bridge hanging. So for them to go to school, they have to cross that bridge hanging onto one side of the bridge. And I mean, the picture is horrific. To see a child go through that is just mind blowing. Anyway, I don't want to go into politics of who should do what. I'm not sure even if they fixed the bridge yet or not. So I was sitting in the car and I remembered that. I actually have the link in my description about an article about that incident. So I remember those children and imagining what they're thinking or going through trying to cross the bridge just to go to school. And then I felt a bit ashamed. I mean, what am I really upset about? I'm sitting in my car comfortably, driving on paved roads to my work. I mean, what is 20 minutes on an intersection would do to me? Nothing. I mean, it's just there. You cannot control it. Traffic is there. And besides, if you look around, when you're in traffic, you're not really alone. You need people around you to be in traffic. And that brings us to today's video. Have you ever been to a grocery store or a shop or even a hospital where the receptionist or the salesperson or the cashier sitting there are very grumpy and they look so angry and you can feel negativity coming out of their body? Even though that you're the customer and you approach them, you smile and you say good morning or greet them nicely, they still have this angry face, angry looking face. And it's very weird. Now here's the thing. This video, if you're like that, this video is for you, my dear friend. If you are the person who is sitting behind the desk and who needs to deal with public, and you sit there having a long face and looking down, not even looking up at people approaching you, this video is for you. What I'm going to say is not built on assumptions, it's built on facts that I personally went through. I know you're sitting there with your head down, with this dark cloud over your head, thinking, I have so many issues. all these people around me, and no one cares about me, and no one cares about my issues. I say this, and I know it for sure because I used to be like that. I used to sit on my desk with that dark cloud over my head and thinking, oh, this person doesn't care and that person doesn't care. I have these so many issues and no one even looks my way or tries to help me or ask me what's wrong with me. You must have, for example, like a very sick family member that you're worrying about. Well, so do I. So does the person next to you. I mean, if we approach you smiling and greeting you looking happily, doesn't mean we don't have issues. Doesn't mean that we are not facing anything in our lives. It just we chose to act differently about it. I mean, for example, I do have a very sick family member in my life that I think about constantly. I have issues with finances that I worry, how am I going to cover my bills or how I'm going to take care of loved ones. We all go through that. That doesn't give you the right to sit there grumpy with a long face all day long, and then when someone greets you and smiles at you, you don't return it back. I mean, a smile doesn't really cost anything. If you want people to care about your problems, you need to care about others too. And maybe, just maybe, you smiling at one person on that particular day could be the world to them. Don't underestimate your presence. Don't underestimate your value as a human being. But you know, here's the thing. You're not totally wrong. When you think that no one cares about your problems and no one cares about you and no one cares about asking what's wrong in your life and what's going with you, even and feeling so alone, 80% of the work has to be done by you. But 20% is the people around you that needs to be responsible of. Yes, you need to do the work on your own, but you still need a helping hand. And you are absolutely right with that. But people don't read minds. If I'm a stranger to you, doesn't mean I'm gonna just walk up to you and ask you what's wrong. Some people are like that, but not everyone is like that. What I mean, if you have issues, find someone around you that you trust that you can just vent to them. You know, they can give you an honest opinion how to deal with your problems. I mentioned in my previous videos on how important quality relationships are. So if you haven't seen that video, please watch it now because today's video is also linked with it. So 80% of the work has to be done by you. 20% is for people around you. But again, if you want people to care about you, you have to care about others. We are humans. We don't live in a jungle, even though a lot of people say that it's a jungle out there. It's only a jungle out there when we stop caring about each other. It would be a jungle when we become so selfish and so self-absorbed that we don't even see our neighbor's pain. Not even a neighbor, maybe a sibling or a parent. You need to be attentive to people around you. You need to practice your humanity. If you don't do that, you lose your humanity and you become wild. And then if we all do that and we don't care about each other, then we all become wild and eventually it will be a jungle. So how about when you wake up tomorrow, count your blessings. As cliche as that sounds, you need to start your morning with a positive mind. Like, you need to be thankful for the ability to walk, thankful for the ability to talk, to see, to smell, to taste, the ability to fall in love, and the ability to feel pain. These are all blessings that you need to be grateful for. I mean, imagine losing all of that. Imagine losing your sight or your ability to walk. Your life will change drastically. So be grateful for what you have before you lose it. And don't forget, again, I will say it for the millionth time, you are not alone. There are so many people around you going through the same problems as you. If you want people to help you, you need to speak up. People can't read minds. We're not built that way. We have to talk. Communication is very important. And we need to care about each other. It's just as simple as that. So before I end today's video, I would like you to think about the following. I'm sorry for saying this, but what if you were to die tonight? Think about it for a minute. What have you done with your life that made it so much worth living? What would be the one thing people will remember you by when you leave? What's your legacy? Think about that for a change, okay? With that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching my video. Please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel. I have accounts on Instagram and Snapchat. The accounts are written in the description below. I love you all so much. I genuinely care about your happiness. This is my way of showing how I care to people. This is my helping hand. I may not be able to reach everyone physically, but using these videos, I hope I can reach as many people as possible. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you once more. Until we meet again next Saturday, please remember, stay positive. Bye.